In a quiet little village, far from the noise of the world, lived a humble farmer named
Bilal.
He was not rich, but he was blessed with something far greater: faith in
Allah.
and two obedient sons, Omar and Haris. They all prayed together, worked together, gave charity together, and their home was filled with peace and gratitude. One day, Bilal decided it was time to test his sons. He gave each of them a piece of land to farm, but this was no ordinary land. It was barren, dry, and lifeless, known to all as dead soil. Without question, both sons accepted their father's decision. With sincerity, they began farming, knowing well that nothing had grown there for years. One afternoon, as Omar was working, an old man passed by. He shook his head and said, "This land is dead. You're wasting your time, son." But Omar only smiled and replied, "If
Allah
wills, these dry fields will one day shine with golden harvest. Nothing is impossible for
Allah.
Day after day, Omar watered the land, tilled the soil, and prayed, his faith unwavering despite the villagers' mockery. On the other side, Haris too worked hard. He prayed and made dua, but when someone told him, "This land is useless, don't waste your effort," a tiny seed of doubt entered his heart. Though he continued his work, his prayers were no longer filled with the same conviction. His heart whispered, "Maybe they're right. Maybe this land really can't grow anything." Months passed. The season of harvest arrived. To everyone's astonishment, Omar's land, once barren, was now covered in golden wheat swaying in the breeze. The villagers gasped, saying, "Omar, you did the impossible." With humility, Omar replied, "I didn't do it.
Allah
Did. When you trust him completely, he turns impossibility into reality." But Harris's land remained dry. Saddened, he turned to his father and asked, "Baba, we both worked. We both prayed. Why did my crops not grow?" Bilal gently placed his hand on Haris's shoulder and said, "My son, Omar trusted
Allah.
with all his heart, without a single doubt. You prayed, yes, but doubt weakened your faith. Remember, Allah says, 'I am as my servant thinks of me.'" After listening to his father's advice, tears welled up in Haris's eyes as the truth settled in. That day, he learned the greatest lesson of his life. Faith is not just on the lips of prayer, it lies in the certainty of the heart.